Welcome to
The Introvert Experience.
What's up, guys? My name is Johnny Raxa, the introverted intellect. Now, for this first podcast, I just want to tell you who I am and what exactly I do. Now, for this first podcast, I just want to tell you and what I'm messing up already. So you can see some of the feedback. Anyways, I want to talk about who I am as a introvert and how I grew up being a shy introvert. Now, there's a difference between being shy and difference between being an introvert. Introverted people lose energy while being with people. Extroverts gain energy generally by being with people, and shy people just are people who kind of restrain themselves in social settings or meeting people. They just don't want to. They have a little bubble around them that they can't really get out of. It's just hard for them to get out of. Basically, as I grew up, I was an extremely shy guy. I don't know why. I don't know how that came out to be. I just might have been insecurities. It might have been, I don't know, the environment. Maybe got picked on for talking. Who knows? But ultimately, I was really insecure growing. Because of that shyness, I was very insecure about what I said to people as I got older. It was around, so it started off in high school. I got really awkward around older adults. Now, younger people, it was fine. I didn't really think too much about my awkwardness around them, people my age, my peers. But when it came to older people, for some reason, I just could not talk to adults. Like, something about them intimidated me, right? Then I got a job, and I started coming out of my shell even more. But even that was hard. That was so difficult. I was talking to customers and parents, or customers as in parents, because I worked at a kids bounce house. And when it came to speaking to my manager, and when it came to speaking to the parents and my coworkers who were adults over 18, I just felt so incredibly shy, awkward, did not know what to say. I was like, what's going on? Like, what's going on with me? Why can't I get over this? Fast forward to college, I, for the life of me, could not, once again, went back to that dark shyness that I had felt, and I still couldn't get out of it. I was like, what's going on? You have this, I don't know, maybe society's defined who I am subconsciously, and now I'm defined by that, and I can't get out of it. I'm stuck in a hole. So what do I do? How do I get out of this? Now, people who are shy right now, who are my friends, would tell me, would ask me, how did you get out of this slump? And I always tell them it came down to a few things. Well, and the first one is what I learned, at least in college, is that the conversation that you have between another person is never ever about you. It's always about the other person, right? When you're talking to somebody, you don't think about yourself. If you keep thinking about yourself, you're just thinking about the next thing you're going to say. You're thinking about, like, is this person going to like me? Just don't even think about yourself. Let yourself go and just let yourself be entranced and encompassed by the conversation, what they have to say to you. And then when you do that, like, things has changed. You just start to lighten up more, and you get less anxious. But it's not easy as it sounds to start to begin with, but with practice and due time, you just really start to get out of your head and towards the other person. You just feed off their emotions somehow. We can go on to not technical, but we can go on to things like freaking techniques and stuff, but these are the main foundations. The second thing, let's see if I remember. I think it was the second thing, well, at least for me, the second thing was ultimately to know, like, to be relaxed in the conversation and know that whatever you say is more forgiving than you might think to the other, it's more forgiving than you might think, is what I'm saying. It's basically, people are more forgiving. You think that people are so critical and judgmental, but yeah, some people are, those assholes out there, they might be. But for the most part, no one's gonna really judge you that quickly based off something that you might have something dumb you said. And even if you did say something dumb, just say, oh my gosh, that was a stupid thing to say. But don't sweat over it, because I did that before and it just was a nightmare for me, because every single time I did that, I just wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I had so much anxiety about what I said. And I mean, there's a lot of things we can go get into, but ultimately you got to understand, the number one thing is this: leaving it to the other person to speak and asking questions about who they are and just getting to really wanting to know them is really ultimately the foundation of it all. You got to be in a mindset that you are wanting to know more about this person. You are wanting to gain some sort of knowledge that you don't have already. Everybody has a story. Everybody's interesting in some way, shape, or form, and you'll be surprised at how interesting somebody is when you talk to them. Just walk up to them. Well, I mean, if it's in certain situations, if you have met somebody through a friend or something, or you go on a date, ask them questions and let them tell a story, and then they'll lighten up on whatever they're passionate about. They'll lighten up and be in whatever story they're telling, because it's a crazy story. And even if they're not good storytellers, ask questions, lead them on, and be like, okay, what happened here then, or what happened, like, and when you're excited over their story, they get excited too. And I've seen that a lot happen in my work. I mean, for me, to other people, I've seen that a lot happen in my workplace. And hey, maybe in the end, you might not feel as if the conversation was like incredibly awesome, but at least you gave them the chance to speak about themselves and just let them know that they were heard by you. And ultimately, it just comes down to that. Just listen, be present. Don't be anxious over what you're saying. Ask questions, be all there for them, remain interested. That's the basis of a social setting as a shy person. If you want to get out of that shyness, you just practice those techniques. Now, being an introvert, on the other hand, is you lose energy as you are around other people. I'm pretty sure that at the end of the day, you just want to crawl up in bed and read a book or just go straight to sleep. That's an introvert. They just they gain energy by being on their own. But a extrovert would rather be around people, and they would get a lot of energy being around other people. I'm not like that, although I am an ambivert, which is kind of in the middle. Because let's say at a party, I would love the attention. I would adore it, but at the same time, at the end of the day, I want to go home and get on my laptop and watch some YouTube videos or something. I don't know, but that is just know that introverted and shyness are just two different things. You do have a certain mindset as an introvert, hence why I created this podcast, because many times people don't understand what an introvert is, and they don't understand the mindset. And I wanted to come at this by in a way that teaches people that being an introvert and also being a decent human being is so valuable in today's society that people just starting to forget that reality isn't social media. Reality isn't seeing your favorite reality TV star do something. It's not, in the end, ultimately what it comes down to is just people. And I think folks are often forgetting that. They're living their lives through their television, the media, and what they see on TV and what society's defining them to be. And ultimately, in the end, they're not going to get anywhere with this kind of mindset. For instance, me being an Asian, short Asian man that has a receding hairline and an introvert and kind of shy, I can define myself and lose my confidence based off that. And a lot of times I do. I walk around certain cities, for instance, and all you see is tall white males, maybe sometimes in suits, walking around. Look like they got a lot going on in their lives. Look like they got money. That's because society defined these people to be in this particular area to be affluent, to be look like they have everything going on in their lives. But I assure you that everybody has problems. You don't know that person. And you can't let society say, hey, you are subhuman because of this. No, you can't do that. Or else you can't live this true life that you want to live for yourself. And at the end of the day, if you're going to allow yourself to be defined by society, then, I mean, why even, what's the point? You can't do anything, right? You can't do anything for yourself. So I'm going to bring it back and say once again that we are who we are. You just own who you are, no matter who you are. And if you're a shy, introverted person, don't let society say, hey, you need to be an extrovert. You need to go out there and talk to a bunch of people. And rest assured, you should talk to people, but just do it in your own pace. If you get tired of talking to more than 5 people at a time, then go out on a 2-3 person date, maybe a 1 person. Work your way up from there if you want to grow. Join a club or something if you really want to get out of your shell. And I think that's all I have to say for now. I hope that you guys continue to listen. Hope that you guys subscribe, like my podcast, and leave a review if you find that there is value in this. I know sometimes what I say is just what everybody else says, but hey, this is coming from an Asian, introverted, shy, still somewhat of a shy guy. And I think I have a lot of unique perspectives to a certain extent, given where I am in life and my upbringing. So stay tuned for more, and I hope to hear from you soon. Peace.